Yo, this week's episode of The Bachelorette was hella shocking. One guy dipped out and came back right before the rose ceremony to apologize, stealing more one-on-one time from the others. Brayden Bowers, the dude who got the first impression of Rose, decided to peace out after getting all insecure seeing Charity with other dudes on the group date. What happened in The Bachelorette Season 20 Episode 4? Charity was hoping the new place would bring something different. They all went to Stevenson, Washington, which was hella picturesque. But there were still some unresolved issues from last week. The guys loved the mountains in Washington at first, but now they straight up can't stand each other. They were all cool on the first night, but became enemies by the third week. Aaron B. and Brayden absolutely hate each other. Aaron tried to mess with Brayden by talking shit about him to Charity, hoping to change her mind about the dude. But it just created tension in the house because Charity decided to keep Brayden. Then she gave Doten the next one-on-one. Aaron didn't make any progress with Charity, despite his attempts. He just pissed off Brayden, and now Brayden hates his guts. Brayden also had beef with Sean. Sean really wants some alone time with Charity. He wants to get to know her and see if she's someone he can introduce to his family. He openly complained to the other guys about not getting enough time with Charity, which reminded everyone that Sean cut into their group date time. Sean won the Barbie challenge but acted like a total jerk about it. Not that people were loving Brayden either. He keeps getting into arguments with everyone, and now people are wondering if the problem is him. Aaron had friends among the guys who agreed with him about Brayden. He talked to one of them about the Brayden problem. He said Brayden was here for the wrong reasons. He said Charity wasn't surprised by anything he had to say. He said Brayden's days were numbered. Brayden also told someone else that his days were limited. He remembered how upset Charity was with him. Brayden thought he would have been eliminated if he hadn't already received a rose. He thought his chances with Charity were gone, but then he got invited to the group date. Charity chose both Brayden and Aaron B. for her group date. Before the date, the guys talked about it and decided not to focus on the drama. They all wanted to make Charity happy on the date. Charity herself had high expectations going into it. She had a great time with Doten and thought he was a nice guy who impressed her with his calm confidence. He wanted to win her over. But Brayden was all over the place. He doesn't even know what he wants, let alone fight for it. One moment he was ready to leave, and the next he was ready to stay. He still went on the group date hoping to have time with Charity, but that time depended on 3 little girls. 3 girls from the Girl Scouts met the guys in the woods. They wanted to be impressed by the guy's resourcefulness, strength, and bravery before choosing one guy to hang out with Charity at the kissing tree. They went into the woods to scavenge for food. Brayden went all out, ditching his jacket, making animal noises, running off into the woods, and even eating mushrooms. The guys thought he was doing way too much and got annoyed by him. After that, they had a questionnaire where they had to choose who they would eat among the guys. They all chose Brayden, saying he was trying too hard and annoying. Brayden also said he just wanted to end the Bachelorette feeling content, while everyone else was all about love and proposals. Brayden said he wanted to end the show without wanting anything else. Unfortunately, Brayden lost the competition with the Girl Scouts. Aaron B. ended up winning, and Brayden complained about it the whole way back. Aaron got to spend time at the kissing tree with Charity and went back to the house bragging about it. He said he could see himself proposing to Charity, but Brayden doesn't think he's ready for that. Brayden packed his bags twice because he isn't sure if they'll still be dating after this or if he'll fall in love with Charity. Charity walked in on the guys discussing this and pulled Brayden aside to show him that she does have feelings for him. She wanted to ease his doubts, but nothing she said got through to him. Brayden left the show. It was a mutual decision between him and Charity, but it hurt Charity because she wanted clarity, and that's what she got. All the other guys couldn't wait to throw Brayden under the bus. They claimed he was there for the wrong reasons. They said Charity made the right decision because she deserves better. The audience at home knew there might not be a happy ending for Charity this season. Brayden might have been negative, but he was right that the show ain't real life. Engagements shouldn't depend on a fling. Too bad Aaron B. doesn't get that. Aaron couldn't wait to tell Charity how glad he was that the toxic vibes were gone from the house. He didn't get the group date rose, though. It went to Joey. But Aaron was still happy because he thought he might get engaged to Charity soon. Meanwhile, Charity went on another one-on-one with someone else. She went out with Xavier and they hit up the farmer's market. They talked, made her smile, and flirted. But Charity made a major no-no by bringing up her ex with Xavier. Luckily, Xavier handled it like an adult and just listened. He promised to be better than her ex and always be honest with her. Charity, however, still had some doubts about Xavier. She questioned their connection more after this date than any other. Her date with Doden went much better, and she developed a real bond with him. She still gave Xavier a rose, but she hesitated before doing so. The other guys were feeling confident before the rose ceremony, and then Brayden showed up. He was supposed to be long gone, but he came back. Everyone wanted to know why. Brayden walked in on Charity kissing someone else, and she had no time for him. He should have stayed away because things got awkward. He came back to let Charity know it wasn't her fault, it was all his own issues. Charity understood that and didn't blame herself at all. They went their separate ways, and the other guys confronted Brayden at his car, calling him trash and saying he shouldn't have returned. They blocked his way, not letting him leave until they said their piece. They all went off on Brayden for interrupting their time with Charity. Mind you, Charity had already shown him the door. She didn't need the guys getting in Brayden's face. They could have just stayed at the party and checked on Charity instead. Their egos were getting in the way of what they claimed they wanted. If they had been the first ones to talk to Charity after her run-in with Brayden, she would have seen them more favorably. She would have felt like a priority to them. But John wasted his time with Charity by yelling at Brayden instead of going back to the party. When they all returned, they found out the party was over. It was time for the